Lesson 9, Part 2, Technological Graphing. Learning target, I can use technology to create graphic representations of data and calculate statistics. The purpose of this lesson is to create data displays and calculate statistics using technology. In this video, we'll focus on how to create data displays using spreadsheet technology. For this example, we're going to show you how to use the GeoGebra spreadsheet app to make digital displays. First, we enter our data into column A. The data shown was collected as a response to the question, on average, how many books did each student check out from the library this year? After we collect our data, we click on the letter A for the column to highlight the entire column. Then, click on the button that looks like a histogram, followed by One Variable Analysis. From here, you'll see a drop-down menu with different options. Choose your digital display from the drop-down menu. For this video, we created a dot plot, a histogram, and a box plot on the GeoGebra spreadsheet app using the sample dataset. Let's take a look at each display. Here's the histogram for the library dataset. Can we find measures of center such as median or mean using the histogram? Since the data is grouped into intervals on the histogram, it cannot be used to calculate the median or the mean. Instead, a histogram is best used to represent the distribution of numerical data. As we learned in a previous lesson, we can describe the shape of a distribution when given a histogram. For this histogram, we can say the shape skewed to the right near the center of 9. We can also use a histogram to determine which interval has the highest frequency. In this example, the intervals with the highest frequency are 3 to 6 and 9 to 12. There are 6 values from the dataset that fall into each of these bins. You will explore many features of the histogram display created by GeoGebra. For example, you'll be asked to adjust the slider, which is shown to the right. You'll observe some changes and will be asked to record what changes you noticed. Then you'll be asked to click the button to the right of the slider highlighted in red. Then you'll see a box next to the Set Classes Manually highlighted in yellow, and you'll set the width to 5. Similar to the previous question, you'll write down how this affects the histogram. Here's a dot plot for the library dataset. The dot plot shows all the values, but no measures of center or variability directly. However, compared to a box plot and a histogram, the dot plot allows us to calculate the mean the most easily by hand. As we learned in the previous video, calculating the mean by hand is not required at this point in our study of statistics, as we can use technology to calculate many statistics for us. The dot plot displays the same data as the histogram shown previously. The shape of the dot plot can also be described as skewing to the right, with a center around 9. Here's a box plot for the library dataset. As we learned in previous lessons, a box plot provides a substantial amount of information about a dataset. A box plot often allows us to calculate the median as well as the IQR the most easily compared to a dot plot and a histogram. However, it is difficult to determine the values of Q1 and Q3 using this box plot. For this reason, it's helpful to know how to use technology to calculate statistics using other methods. We can determine the median of the library dataset given this box plot. What is the median of the library dataset? The median of the library dataset is 9, represented by the line in the box. The box plot also shows the shape is skewed to the right, with a center near 9. To summarize, there are many advantages to using technology to display data. We can easily switch between different data displays using technology. By using technology such as GeoGebra or a graphing calculator, we can quickly create a variety of data displays digitally. We can change the intervals on a histogram without having to sort through the data again. If we create our histogram by hand, this process would be very time-consuming. Lastly, using technology makes it easier to determine the shape of a distribution.